May 19th, the California Association of Realtors states, amid an environment of economic uncertainty during April, California's housing market retreated for a second straight month. Now, it's not a whole lot, like 0.2%, which is 2/100ths or 2/1000ths of a percent. But it went from last year 268 down to 267. We are seeing a contraction. We've been talking about this for a while. This is actually good because it will reinvigorate and bring more buyers into the market. If you're a buyer, the time has come where you either step up or wait on the sidelines again, especially if you're struggling financially to have a down payment, or you're not as competitive as a cash buyer or somebody that has 30 or 40% down, because the time has passed for you. We told you over the last 6 months or so that that was the perfect time to buy. Now we're going to have more buyers come into the market. We'll see rates drop. We'll see the tariff conundrum thing go away, or we'll just get used to it, and more buyers will enter the market. Now is the time to look at buying a property, not when there's 50 other houses or other buyers that are competing against you for that one house. You're allowed to be a little more picky today. You're allowed to ask for concessions today. You're allowed to do what you really want to buy your American dream. Is it the time for you? That's up to you. I can't tell you what your financial situation is, right? But if you're in a point where you wanted to buy a house, now is the time to do it. We will start seeing more buyers come in. I went to an open house this weekend and it was crowded. It was packed. Granted, the list price started at 1.5 or 1.6 and they dropped it down to $1 million. So naturally people were curious as to what that meant. I'll buy that for $1 million, said many people. Well, you know what? So would I. The point is that they were smart. The agent and the seller were smart to drop it down to bring in the traffic to get the house sold. It had been on market 30, 40, 50 days. Let me see if I still have it. No, I got rid of it. Enough said. But it goes to show that there's still buyers out there. Buyers are looking for a good deal. They're willing to negotiate and they're willing to wait. I have 2 offers out for one buyer right now, and we're playing the waiting game. They have no time because they have plenty of time because we still have to get their house sold. So buyers are taking their time to buy houses. They're not in a mad fervor to buy houses. So that said, if you're selling your house, be aggressive with your pricing, meaning list it low, bring in the buyers, get it sold, right? If you have a mindset of my house is worth X, and that was from a sale from 6 to 12 months ago, you're talking about ancient history, period. So anyway, this thing talks about what's going on. Prices reached an all-time high of 910,000 in April, marking the 22nd consecutive month year-over-year increases. However, annual price gain was the smallest since June 2023. That said, all of California is almost $1 million. Santa Clara County is the median price is $2,060,000, so it's twice that. And the average price for a house in Santa Clara County is 2.465, almost $2.5 million. So take that with a grain of salt. Don't think that your house is worth $1 million or $2 million if it still needs work. All right. You can read this article. It's pretty intensive, kind of wordy, kind of number nerdy, which is what I like. But there you go. Unseasonably adjusted homes in 3 of 5 major regions of California increased from a year ago, while the other 2 declined. Central Coast region recorded 33 of the 53 counties tracked in California Association of Realtors recorded sales increases from a year ago, so that's more than half. Regional level, 4 or 5 major regions, California increased. Okay, so those are the key takeaways there. What does that mean to you? It means be aggressive in your pricing strategy. If you sell your house, list it low, let buyers come take a look, and they will bid it up to what it's worth. You don't control the price, buyers control the price. And now buyers have a little more control. We're not in a balanced market yet, it's still a seller's market, so you do have a lot of say in it. And what if you can say yes to a certain concession or no to a certain concession, but if you only have one offer, then they're in control. If you have multiple offers, then you are in control. Just keep that in mind. Home buyers needed to make more than $400,000 in this Bay Area region. I think we talked about this already, but it's San Jose, Santa Clara County. We need to make a lot of money in order to afford a house here. It sucks, but that's the way it is. However, a majority of people here in the Santa Clara County make that kind of money. That's normal money here, normal income here. You have to make a lot of money in order to survive here, in order to thrive here, in order to live here. So if you're not making $400,000 or $500,000 a year for a family household income, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, gone are the days of talking about the people who use Burger King or Panera as a career. That's not a career, right? If you want a career, become an engineer, a marketing professional, finance guy, whatever, and make some decent money. And I know those jobs are few and far between. I know a lot of people that are out of business, out of jobs. People in my age bracket, we were comfortable making $200,000 a year and we could buy a house. That's yesterday. That was 10, 15 years ago. Today, you have to make a lot of money. And when I go to San Jose State to talk about the VA loan, the veterans loan, I talked to all the young veterans out there that are getting their degree, and I talk to them about what their expectancy is for income and what they should be striving for, not when they get into the business or whatever job that they get, but when they get situated and they get promoted to director or V level or C level. Those are the things that they should be striving for, and the schools just don't teach you that. That's sad. There. Santa Clara House of the Week. Oh, this is a bank-owned property of the week, actually. Let me open this up so you can take a look at it. There you go. This is Monroe. This is bank-owned property of the week, Monroe Street, not my listing, $1.8 million, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2.5 bath, 2,600 square feet, and 120 years old. Farm cottage, nice looking. I think this has been around for a while. Nothing special to it. Looks like they virtually staged that. Yeah, pretty sure they did. But it's vacant, ready for you to move in. And it looks like there's nothing super fancy about that house. $1.8 million. They have older, updated, I would say 1990s. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, no, this thing was updated in the 80s. But yeah, that's why you need a designer to design houses. Homes near Apple. And again, the agent used the living room, not the front, as the first. Guys, if you're an agent and you're watching this, do yourself a favor. Put the front of the house. Curb appeal sells the house. This buyer determines within the first 3 to 5 seconds if they like the house or not because of the curb appeal, not because of what's inside the house, right? The decor is going to be gone, right? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's take a look. Where's the front of the house? Oh, that's why they did it, because it's fugly. I get it. I would take this house, but I wouldn't be buying it for, no, it's a 2-bedroom. I don't know, 2-bedroom in this day and age. It's close by. Hey, at least you did the floor plan. Thank you for doing the floor plan. That was awfully nice of you. Yeah, I mean, that would turn off a lot of buyers, but it would also disappoint a lot of buyers once they get to the house and they're looking at it. So I would put that up front. Mountain View Home of the Week, and the reason why I picked it is because it's walking distance to Castro Street. This is a standard ranch, $2.4 million, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, built in 1954. And it's nicely staged, but look through that. Older kitchen with tile counter. All that needs to go. See all this old stuff. This is useless to people. I would have, well, when you redesign your kitchen, you get the opportunity to make it your own. So just keep that in mind. If I did it, I would have just a straight, probably just take out this entire wall, get rid of these cabinets, and just open it up so you have a huge dining area and make that a peninsula. But that's me. Don't listen to me. What do I know? I've only been doing this for 22 years. It's a nice house, $2.4 million. All right. 40 days on market report, 242 homes on market. Yesterday we talked about the number of homes that have decreased in price. It was 20%. We're seeing a lot more homes stay on market 40 plus days. That's normal. Matter of fact, you can look at it right here. You're seeing 40 days on market tick up quite a lot. Even in Santa Clara County. So, well, that is Santa Clara County. So 90 days on market, that number's kind of staying flat. And then bank owns are staying flat as well. And then San Jose, we have 700 homes for sale right now. We need to be about 1,000. And I say that roughly. It could be 800, 900. So we're creeping into a balanced market. This is good. It means more buyers will enter the market, but they will have more control. It's not a buyer's market. It's a balanced market. We want to have equilibrium where sellers don't command everything and say, I want a brand new Rivian and I want to stay in the house 3 months after close, and I want $400,000 over list price, and I want as is 000, nothing coming, no contingencies. And today you have contingencies. Today you have concessions. Today you have lower prices. You see a lot more houses selling for less, mostly because sellers' egos say that their house is worth X, and it's not. It's worth what a buyer is willing to pay, period, right? And then Santa Clara County, we're at 1,400. Again, we want to be at about 2,000, so 1,800 to 2,200 is a balanced market. That means houses last about 6 months on market, then we transfer into a buyer's market. But right now, houses are selling pretty quick. There you go. All right, I have a listing appointment at 9 o'clock. I'm Vito with Albatano. Thanks for watching. See you out there.